We will be intensifying our measures to detect and seize anything, whether it's narcotics, illicit goods, even stolen vehicles. We therefore want to warn all travelers to desist from committing any act of criminality around any port of entry or even at the border law enforcement area. That becomes very much critical because with the kind of technology we will then be enhancing its presence, we will definitely be able to detect individuals and ultimately get them arrested. During the exit leg in particular, the corridor becomes very much central in as far as its full monitoring as well as ensuring effective traffic flow towards the port of entry. And for that, the Road Traffic Management Corporation will be providing leadership, working together with the Cross-Border Road Transport Agency. And of course, they will be working closely with the provincial traffic authorities as well as the local traffic authorities to make sure that there is no chaos en route to the port on the corridors. We do know the problematic corridors. N1 to Beitbridge, very problematic. N4 to Libombo, very problematic. And on that basis, we have to then be putting more effort in those particular corridors to make sure that everything is done accordingly. Now, to ensure the effective processing of all travelers within the port, we would like to re-emphasize the key requirements that must be observed by respective travelers in terms of various areas of specialization. This is very much important. If you are going to be traveling, it is always important to note that these are the requirements. It becomes very much difficult when we have people stuck at the port and ultimately having to try and get things done not in accordance with the law. Unfortunately, no compliance, it means no entry. And that is the reality. And that is also inclusive even in terms of exit. Now, let's start with the requirements regarding port health issues. We want to start here by indicating that people who are going to be inbound into South Africa, our port health teams would like to remind them that they will be screened on their arrival at the port of entry. This is meant to avoid any witting or unwitting importation of any communicable or infectious disease into the country. And this is critical when we go to the return leg, which is going to be implemented from January. Further, we would like to also urge all travelers presenting signs of illness to present themselves to the BMA Port Health team members on arrival. However, should they experience being unwell after their travel and they encounter some kind of signals of some kind of a sickness, they need to visit their nearest health facility or consult their own private doctors for medical examination. Very much critical. As for travelers arriving from yellow fever endemic countries, they will be required to present a valid yellow fever vaccination certificate. Otherwise, failure to produce that certificate will result in a traveler being refused entry into the country by the BMA Port Health team members. In terms of the exportation and the importation of human remains through the port of entry, people are required to present a cross-border permit issued by the National Department of Health that will actually authorize the mortal remain to enter the jurisdiction or even to exit. Therefore, no human remain will be imported or exported without such permit issued by the relevant authorities. And of course, upon arrival at the port, permit must be presented to the port health team member for the full inspection and ultimately the further processing as required. Targets that had to be implemented, and out of those targets we basically were able to achieve 11 of those, which effectively put us at 92% achievement rate in terms of the targets as contained in our annual performance plan, obviously despite the persisting challenges that are widely articulated in as far as the capacity around the authority. Further, I want to indicate this quarter was characterized, which is quarter 2, was characterized by heightened operational activities, which were mainly driven by the number of preparatory meetings for the G20 Leaders Summit, which took place within the country. Just in a period of 3 months, the BMA facilitated a number of dignitaries which came to attend more than 40 various G20 track meetings in various parts of the country. Further, We have also observed in Q2 of 2025-2026 that Groblersbrug port of entry with Botswana facilitated a significant number of members of the Zion Christian Church who came to attend their September pilgrimage at the city of Moria in Limpopo province. With all these activities, the BMA immigration officers processed a total of 9,283,658 travelers as they were entering and leaving South Africa in the second quarter of this financial year. Increase of about 23% of processed travelers compared to the same period in 2024, where we processed just around 7,576,650. And of course, with the help of surveillance technology, mainly the drones, in this particular second quarter, we were able to apprehend about 8,135 individuals who were attempting to enter the country illegally through the ports of entry as well as the respective segments of the borderline. Of that particular number, 4,092 of them were found to be undocumented, 2,061 were fairly just inadmissible, and 1,982 were undesirables. As always the case, in terms of historical empirical data, the majority of the intercepted individuals in that second quarter were led by Basotho nationals, followed by Mozambicans, Zimbabweans, as well as Swati nationals. And of course, this is a reflection of the consistent, long-standing within the sub-regions, and of course, that basically means a delay and all of those administrative issues. Further, around 43,729 health-related consignments were presented and processed in the country by our port health teams. However, about 5,000 units of illicit birth control pills, as well as 117 medical test kits were intercepted and destroyed. And of course, this includes some skin lightening creams. In this regard, the South African Health Product Regulatory Authority, SAPRA, has warned that many of these products contain harmful and illegal ingredients, including high concentration of mercury, hydroquinone, as well as tropical steroids, which pose a serious health risk, such as skin damage, kidney complications, as well as long-term toxicity. In addition, our port health team tested about 969 travelers for malaria, and out of that, around 57 individuals were confirmed to be positive, and they got transferred into the nearest medical facility for attention. In the agricultural space, about 39,316 consignments were presented and processed into the country. At the same time, in this particular instance, about 1,241 CITES consignments were presented and processed for entering the country in the second. The immigration team remains vigilant in enforcing compliance with the terms and condition of various visas and permit at the port of entry as issued by the principal organ of state. At the port of entry, it is mandatory for the inward issued with a student visa should actually participate in educational related matters, but not on employment related issues. Regarding the movement of children, parents traveling with a child must produce an unabridged birth certificate for the child showing both parents' details. If only one parent is traveling, an affidavit from the other parent authorizing the travel, or the court order granting full parental rights, or a death certificate of the other parent will be required. Otherwise, failure to produce these required documents will result in that child not being permitted to exit.
Hey guys, welcome back to Everything Entertainment. Guys, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my videos. I will appreciate it. Guys, please watch the ads, my beautiful people. Please watch the ads. Guys, in today's video, I'm gonna be speaking about how the Immigration manager is literally warning foreigners, legal or not illegal, to literally say if you're literally planning to do any criminality in the borders, you will literally be in danger. You get what I'm saying? You will be arrested and whatsoever. And I'm thinking to myself, like, why are they not deploying SADF to literally make sure like that the criminality doesn't happen in the borders, because of we literally have no borders in South Africa. So if they're just saying all of this, all they're saying without having to put measures to make sure that these people are not going to come to our country illegally, these people are not going to smuggle cars, medication, and all those things that they always smuggle. Talking sheep, honestly speaking, without action. They must stop talking and do the work. Guys, right now is festive season. Like, there's gonna be a lot of people coming to South Africa. There's gonna be a lot of stuff leaving South Africa. It's gonna be so chaotic this festive season. So why are they not deploying South African Defense Force to make sure like we're literally safe, we're not gonna be invaded by dangerous people and all those kind of things. Because warning people is another thing, but action is literally one thing that's gonna help our country to make sure like illegal foreigners are not coming to our country, and all the illicit stuff like counterfeit stuff, they're not coming into South Africa. You get what I'm saying? So guys, I just hope like they're literally gonna continue doing the lost work, because of there's no way that South Africa is literally gonna continue having legal people coming to our country, our cars being smuggled like Sana. No. Whereas we have officials that are literally guarding our borders. No, that's not how it should be. You get what I'm saying? And also, guys, I just feel like if we literally still have police officers that are literally taking bribe, this thing won't end. People must stop taking bribes from illegal foreigners, because they are putting our country in danger. So imagine 8,000 people were not allowed to enter. 8,000, that's a lot of people. So yeah, they must continue to do the Lord's work, the Lord's work, and making sure that like they are saving our country, South Africa. But guys, please comment down below what you guys think about this video. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I will see you guys on my next one. Bye guys.